So as an American who's been living in the Netherlands for almost 4 years, I find it strange that every time I call my friends and family back in America, some of the conversation is a bit awkward, which made me realize that a lot of Americans don't know about the Netherlands or the Dutch. And now these are just comments that were brought to my attention in no specific order, but I did want to talk about. First one being that people here have it easy and do not work hard. And now if I'm being real, this was not on the list when I was thinking about making this video. I literally just added it a few days ago, only because a few days ago when I was on this Zoom meeting with a bunch of my American friends that someone organized. And one of my friends made a comment after she asked me a few questions about like healthcare and stuff like that. And she made a comment like, oh, I guess people there just, they don't need to do anything. I guess they don't work hard over there. And man, I almost had to bring some smoke up in this Zoom meeting. But nah, you know what? I was keeping it cool. But nah, man, look, listen to me. People here work extremely hard. It don't matter the situation. People here work hard. I mean, look, a lot of people may not work extreme hours, but people work really, really hard here. I don't know how to get that in people's brains. No one is skating around. like people work hard. I noticed though, they just work more efficiently. When they're working, they're working. And plus also, yeah, a lot of people don't work like late nights and weekends, but a lot of people do work late nights and weekends. So too, a lot of people work multiple jobs. Even a lot of young people work multiple jobs. I mean, matter of fact, I was literally I had met someone recently at a cafe and we were talking, and I mentioned her in a vlog, but we were talking and she told me how her son had just started work. I asked how old her son was, and her son, I believe, was 13 or 14. 13 or 14. Another misconception that I hear a lot, and this is a big one, is that the Netherlands it's a socialist system. And pimpin', I cannot tell you how many times Americans have pulled up in my comments and I've talked to personally, and they've said this. The Netherlands is very well under a capitalistic system. Like I cannot say this enough. The Netherlands they are under a capitalist system. I don't even know any European country that's under a socialist system. I'ma be real. I mean, people here have their own businesses. There are tons of millionaires here. Like, come on, like I don't even understand where this come from. I mean, I think I know where it came from, which we're gonna talk about in a minute, but just because there's a balance between government and like business, that doesn't mean that it's a socialist system. And I can honestly say that the Netherlands does an amazing job with this balance. And this is why education is affordable. This is also why you're not seeing a ton of pharmaceutical ads. Like there is a line. So it is a capitalist system, but the regulations make sense. Versus what you're seeing in America is basically the companies are literally making these laws and just pushing things through. Like I never realized how bad it was until I moved here, and then I looked what's going on over there. You don't even realize it when you're in it until you leave. Another misconception that a lot of Americans have about the Netherlands, as well as a lot of Europe, is that healthcare is free. Now, I had to pull up in a video and say this because people thought that I was saying that healthcare is free, and I've never said that. Never. No, listen, healthcare is not free. Matter of fact, I pay for my wife and I pay for myself. My kids are free, but I do pay. The only difference is that everyone has healthcare here, which makes it so much more affordable and keeps the quality of the healthcare a lot better. Like, you think I'm joking, but I'm not. The quality of healthcare is top notch. Everyone pays and it's not crazy expensive. Basically, look, put it like this. In the States, if I had healthcare, I think it costs maybe $600 or $700. And look, that is just for me. That is just to get something equivalent to what I have here. But here, I'm only literally paying for the exact same or equivalent healthcare of what I be getting in America. I'm paying 140 euros. And one of the biggest benefits of having healthcare like this is that basically if something were to happen, because everything happens, people are not all healthy, accidents happen. Like I accidentally ruptured my Achilles tendon. It wasn't even my fault, but it happened. And I cannot tell you, when I saw this bill in the States, woo. And luckily I had my job, and obviously my healthcare was with my job, and it was taken care of. I mean, I still had to pay a ton of money for physical therapy, as well as after the surgery was done, I still had to pay a lot of money, but I did not have to pay the full bill, thank goodness. Now, if I were here and the same thing happened, I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't have had to pay nearly as much as I had to pay in the States. And that's through private healthcare. You don't need a company. Okay, so now I know I told you guys that I love Rotterdam. I love coming to Rotterdam. So I had to show y'all the famous building where Jackie Chan did his stunt. And it is right behind me right there. That's where he did that famous stunt where he jumped and he slid all the way down the building, like for real. And the movie is called, what's the movie called again? Who Am I? Man, I'm telling y'all, that movie actually gave me a big reason why I wanted to come to Rotterdam. Like, we came to Rotterdam first when we came to the Netherlands, only because I was so familiar with that Jackie Chan movie. Like, come on, I mean, don't hate me, but come on. All right, now we are at the back of the cube houses. So last time I stopped, I was right up there when I stopped because I had to get back to work. But no, today we are just chilling, talking about this stuff, and we are right behind the back, and this is the view that you get from up there, which is like super nice. You get a super nice view of like all the boats, and I think this was a harbor a long time ago. I could be totally wrong. I didn't do any Googling before I said that. But I am pretty sure that Rotterdam is known for like the harbors that it has or something. You know what? I'll Google it and get back to you. Man, I'm terrible. And now another misconception about the Netherlands is that drugs are literally everywhere. I mean, it is one of the first things that people think about when they think of the Netherlands. They think Amsterdam, then they think drugs. And when I was in that Zoom meeting, not gonna lie, a lot of people asked me about it. No joke. Just asked me like, do you see zombies there? Do you see does everybody just do drugs there? And now just to lay that to bed, the answer is no. This is a huge misconception. I'm not gonna even lie. Ooh, almost dropped the camera. No, but seriously, I'm not even gonna lie. Not one person here has ever asked me to go out and smoke some good. And like, I'm being dead serious. Like, no one has ever asked me. Now, yes, there are a lot of coffee shops here and a lot of people do smoke, but I noticed, and now this might be just me, but I have noticed that I don't see a lot of locals smoking like that. I see a lot of tourists smoking, but not so much the locals. Like, I'm not saying they don't, because I would be shocked if they didn't, but I don't see a lot of locals smoking like that. Side note though, look at this view right here. Oh, we pulled up an audience. Look at this view right here. Look. Come on, man. Come on. Tell me you don't like Rotterdam. Come on. You cannot say you don't like Rotterdam. But yeah, coffee shops are here. It is a place where you go and you smoke, like, I guess legally. I don't really know. This one's a bit weird. I don't know what's legal, what's not legal. But, because, I mean, I'll be honest, it was confusing like crazy online. But anyway, it's legal but not legal, but people go to coffee shops and smoke. But you are not seeing like drug zombies. You're not seeing a ton of just people on drugs out in the street. You are just not seeing it. And that's what people, from what I gathered, someone had mentioned it in the Zoom meeting that I was in. And I was just like, no, it's not. No, you're not seeing it. Now, you will see some homelessness, which, yeah, every city has homelessness, but yeah, again, even that, nowhere near the extent as you would see in the States. And I'm just being dead serious. So you're not seeing a bunch of people on drugs here, and you're not seeing a bunch of homeless people here who are also like on drugs, like everywhere. You're not seeing rows of tents anywhere. I've never seen it in any city here. And I've been to a lot of cities here, and I ain't never seen it. And now look, if I'm wrong though, look, correct me in the comments. Again, you gotta admit, look, pull up in the comments if you got something to say. Like, I would love to know. Look, I'm open to being wrong. So yeah, just to sum this whole thing up, yeah, there are people who smoke here and there are coffee shops to smoke in. But it's, I hate to say it, but it's nowhere near what you think back, like what a lot of Americans think back in America. Like, it is nowhere near what people think it is. Which also brings me to my next point, which is prostitution and the red light district. Now, because yes, prostitution is legal here, But I haven't really noticed it being like an issue. It's not what the Netherlands is known for, but for some reason, that's what people think about when they think about the Netherlands. Like, it's just running rampant, full of prostitutes and you know, and all that other stuff. But it's it's just not like that. I'm just keeping it real. It's not. And for me, this is kind of a weird misconception because I've been to other countries and they have red light districts too. Like, they have red light districts in Japan. They have them in Korea. Yeah, those countries aren't really known for its prostitution like the Netherlands is. And now, yes, prostitution is legal here, but it is like regulated and it is taxed. So yeah, and it's not like everywhere you go you're seeing like women in the window. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it's not like that at all. And matter of fact, something else that confused me about this is that when I talk to people back in the States, they do make it sound like it's a big deal. First, it's like in the States, we got strip clubs almost everywhere. Like, there's strip clubs everywhere. I'm not even joking. There are a lot of strip clubs in cities in the States. You know what? Quick side note though, I ain't never seen a strip club here. So look, if you are Dutch, and look, let me know. Are there strip clubs in the Netherlands? Like, for real, I just want to know. I ain't trying to go. I'm happily married. I don't need to be pulling up in a strip club. But I would like to know. And now look, man, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying prostitution is a good thing, and I'm not saying, like, I kind of don't really have an opinion about it because I don't know how it really works. But yeah, it's not what you think. That's all I'm saying. It is not what a lot of people think it is. Oh man, love the cube houses, man. Dang. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to get the property up there too. Just wait. I'm gonna be one of these millionaires living in the Netherlands, one of these cube houses. I'm gonna make this one right here, that one right there. I'm gonna make that one my weekend house. Pull up. So look, I'm gonna geek out again over here, but this is where Jackie Chan was running through and he had that famous fight, and then you see that building right there in the back. Like, I'm telling you, go watch the movie. That's all I gotta say. It is good. Go watch it. It's old, but it's good. Yeah, I'm gonna get that one right there. That one.
Yeah.
Okay, I just met someone. She was explaining to me how the whole smoking thing works and if it's legal. Like, it's legal. Apparently, it's legal to smoke inside, and it's not so much legal to smoke outside. And like she said, they'll give you a pass, but if you're disturbing other people, then yeah, it's illegal. And now, side note, I am crazy hungry, man. I ain't eat nothing all day. So we are pulling up in my favorite place, the market hall, and we are getting something to eat. I am so hungry. Ooh, what they cooking back there? Ooh, man, this looks good. Dang, I might have to pita crispy chicken sandwich. All right, I think we are pulling up here at Miss Cara, and holy cow, the food looks amazing. Quick side note, I noticed that a lot of places are having these like kiosks here. I remember the first time I actually saw this was actually in LA when they started to do it, but yeah, it seems like a lot of places here are starting to do that too. Oh. Come on. Okay, now look, if you've rocked with the channel for a while, you will notice I eat a lot of Asian food. Hey, look, I love my Asian food. I love it. So today we pulled up at this place and we got the chicken with ramen, and it looks so good.
Have a good day. Take care, man.
Thanks. Okay, since it's kind of loud, I went ahead and switched it up. But I think my next misconception that I heard a lot, like from Americans, has to be that the Dutch are extremely tall. Now, don't get me wrong, the Dutch are tall, but like even in the Jackie Chan movie that I was talking about, these people are like up there. But it's so rare to find someone that tall. Like, you do see a lot of tall people, but they're not like 7 foot. You know what I mean? Like, I would say maybe 6. I mean, maybe, but yeah, they're not. A lot of people here are not super tall. They are tall, but not super tall, if that makes sense. But also, I have my own theories about that, which is it's because they make a lot of tall things. That's just what I'm just super saying. Look, I'm telling you, I feel like I grew some inches just because I stand up straight. That food was so good. 10 out of 10 for real. Holy cow. If you were in Rotterdam, you have to come to Miss Care. Like, for real. Tell her your boy Sky Money sent you. She would give you a free receipt. It's so good, man. Like, highly recommend it. But now, I think we got to get up out of here. But I did have one more thing that is a huge stereotype or misconception, whatever you want to call it, that a lot of Americans are talking about. And that would have to be that the Dutch are rude. The Dutch are not rude. And now I can see, especially being an American, I can definitely see how this can be taken the wrong way. I can see how someone being just direct to you can come off as rude. But I'm telling you right now, it is so much better than someone beating around the bush or lying to your face or, you know, pretending, you know what I mean? Like, it's so much different than being fake. Like, to me, a lot better to be direct than to be fake. And to be honest, this is something that you notice the older you get. Like, I wish this was a thing in my life when I was running about 2021. I wish that people were more direct and not so much more fake, because I would have saved a lot of time. Like, look, do you know how many times I've asked people to hang out, for example, and they'll tell me, oh yeah, I think I could do it, or I think I can make it. And then I go and I'm there waiting on the person, and they just can't go. As soon as you call them, they're like, oh, you know what, something came up. Versus if they would have just said, yo, you know what, I actually can't make it. Like, come on, that's what I mean by saving a lot of time. Because, man, I am being legit. People will waste, if you allow them, people will waste your time. You will do things, they won't show up, or they will say things and fall through on what they're promising, versus just saying they don't have the time, or like, hey, you know what, I can't do this. So you see, to me, I feel like, especially Americans, I feel like, uh-oh, what's going on? Come on, why are we so hot? There we go. But especially for me, I feel like Americans confuse the word no or the direct answer versus fluff to being rude. I mean, matter of fact, this is something that I actually just talked about in the last video, about how when it comes to taking accountability at work, for example, they are just straight to it. They don't make excuses, nothing. They are just straight to it. It's the same when it comes to being direct. I prefer, and I'm just being honest, especially the older I get, I prefer just tell me what's going on. Tell me what's up, like, for real. Like, don't worry about hurting my feelings, nothing like that. Look, don't even worry about it. Like, I got stuff to do too. And then also, me personally, when a person just tells me what it is and how it is directly, I actually respect that person more. I'm just saying. So look, I'm flat out saying these people are not rude. I'm just super saying the Dutch are not rude. Look, don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay, made it back in Harlem. And I think that was a successful day. Also, Rotterdam was cool today, man. I met a lot of people in Rotterdam today. Holy cow, thanks for everybody who was super nice there, man. You guys made the whole trip there fun, man. And definitely for all my Americans that be watching, I hope that cleared a couple of things up, like, for real. And for all my Dutch friends that be watching, let me know if I made any mistakes, because y'all know I make a lot of them. So yeah, let me know. Quick side note, look how dark it is. Oh man, I think that means it is officially the end of summer. Like, for real, it is crazy dark. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I enjoyed making it. Again, like them comments up, let me know what you guys think. And again, if I mess something up, put it in the comments. Pull up always in the comments. No, but seriously though, I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.